Hello and welcome to our Essential Wellness Educational Series. Today is our introduction to Essential Oils 101, Nature's Most Beautiful Solutions. This is Dr. Josie Schmidt, and I'm here with my dear friend and business partner, Aisha Harley. Aisha is a doTERRA wellness advocate and AromaTouch instructor, and the leader of our Essential Wellness team. She is passionate about sharing and educating others about essential oils to promote wellness of mind, body, and spirit. She resides in Portland, Oregon with her husband, Larry, their 2 parrots, their 7 chickens, and their beloved dog, Pepper.
Thank you so much, Josie. It's so great to be here with you today. And I would like to introduce Dr. Josie. Josie is a naturopath. She is a doTERRA Diamond and an AromaTouch instructor, and is committed to supporting others and become empowered in living a healthy life. We are so fortunate to have Josie's experience and expertise in our community. She is so generous with all of us and all that she shares, and we are so grateful to have her as a leader.
Thank you, Aisha.
Oh.
We're really excited to be here today for this webinar.
We are so excited. Thank you all for joining us. Our intention in this series of Essential Wellness webinars is to educate and empower you to use doTERRA essential oils safely and effectively for the wellness of your entire family. We've had amazing success using the oils in our lives, and we are very passionate about sharing them with all of you. We have a very informative webinar for you today, so please eliminate your distractions and get ready to take notes.
So the Latin translation of doTERRA means gift of the earth. Essential oils are truly a gift from our earth. Today, doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. But 8 years ago, the owners simply had a vision to bring the highest quality possible of therapeutic grade essential oils to the world. doTERRA's growth is attributed to the wellness advocates around the world who share doTERRA passionately and the supportive corporate team who works with all of us.
Essential oils are the natural aromatic compounds found in the flowers, leaves, stems, bark, and root of the plants. If you smell the fragrant aroma of a plant, you are smelling the essential oil that are evaporating off of the plant. This is a picture of a peppermint plant. If you've ever picked a leaf from the plant, the aromatic compounds aren't fully released until you've rubbed the leaf between your fingers. This is the same for a sprig of lavender or rosemary, or when you open an orange and get that fresh aroma from the orange.
Yes.
The photo on the right is a magnification of the oil sacs that are present in the peppermint plant. These oil sacs contain the aromatic compounds that give peppermint its fragrance. Once you rub the leaf between your fingers, the oils are released from the plant and the fragrance is much stronger. Typically, essential oils are carefully removed from freshly harvested plant material through a process of steam distillation or cold pressed extraction. Essential oil extracts, although very concentrated, can be safely used in small amounts for very powerful health benefits without the fear of side effects.
So, why do plants have these aromatic compounds like essential oils? There's actually lots of reasons. The first is that they use it to attract insects such as bees that pollinate the plants in order for the plants to reproduce. Without the pollinators, the existing populations of plants would decline. Secondly, the plants and flowers produce essential oils specifically as defense mechanisms against these would-be, not these, but against other would-be predators. In essence, they prevent the plant from literally being eaten alive by insects. Thirdly, the plants represent a rich source of nutrients for many organisms, so the plants develop essential oils to ward off these environmental threats in order to protect them from a significant disruption in the normal health of the plant. We've actually talked a lot about this and likening the essential oils in the plants to part of the plant's immune system. And they work a similar way for us.
We also like to point out that only a small percentage of plants are also aromatic, and the plants that are aromatic are more resilient in nature. So essential oils are safe for the whole family. They are safe from infancy into old age. They are easy to use, plus they are effective and inexpensive. An average drop of doTERRA essential oil is about 10 cents per drop. So for example, 2 drops of Digest Zen can soothe an upset belly for the cost of 20 cents. And 1 to 3 drops of On Guard can support your immune system and protect you from seasonal threats. Essential oils are also very powerful. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than dried herbs. Just 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of tea. That's a lot of tea to drink, isn't it?
That's a lot.
We've also done a price comparison and realized that that would equal drinking $200 to $300 of tea versus that 1 drop of peppermint oil. Pretty cool, right?
Yes. So you're starting to get the idea that essential oils are incredibly effective, especially for the amount, and just using a little bit goes a long way. So they work at the cellular level to protect our cells from impurities and threats that can reside on either or both the inside or the outside of our cells. This is because essential oils can penetrate or diffuse through our cell membranes. They have the ability to not only cross our cell membranes, but also our blood-brain barrier, giving them access to work within all of our brain functions. Let's look at oregano and melaleuca. So oregano and melaleuca are especially powerful to have on hand for all types of cellular defense and against all types of environmental threats. Our melaleuca is sourced from Australia and is a great oil to help nourish the scalp. It's also incredibly effective for soothing the skin in all types of skin situations and the mouth in mouth irritations.
So why do we choose doTERRA? We realize there are a lot of other essential oils on the market, so we want to spend a little time sharing with you what makes doTERRA oils the very best possible choice. Let me start by talking about how doTERRA essential oils are truly the highest quality essential oils that are available. doTERRA uses quality control processes called CPTG. This stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. The CPTG process is unparalleled in the industry. It has the most developed methodology, involves many of the world's leading experts on essential oils, and will always be on the cutting edge. CPTG is a registered trademark of doTERRA and is used to describe doTERRA's standard of essential oils, purity, and potency. We source our oils from all over the world, 40 countries to be exact. And of those 40 countries, 23 are developing countries. We partner with the world's foremost experts on essential oil science, including Dr. Robert Pappas, who's one of the leading essential oil chemists in the world, and Dr. Brian Lawrence.
So let's break this down a little bit, the CPTG process and all that is involved. So the CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Quality Control Process, has a protocol that includes the following tests: organoleptic, microbial, gas chromatography with mass spectrometry, Fourier transform infrared spectrometry, which we like to call FTIR, and chirality testing. There is also on isotope carbon-14 testing on occasion. These are all big words, but what they boil down to is quality and the assurance that your oils, I like to call it the 2 Ps, have both purity and therapeutic potency. So with doTERRA, the CPTG testing begins immediately after the distillation, with each oil being reviewed for its chemical composition at a third-party lab. So it gets shipped from wherever it is distilled in the world and grown, and then it's shipped to the third-party lab. So before it even first comes to doTERRA, in that lab, you'll see the initial testing. It goes through organoleptic, gas chromatography, and mass spectrometry. It also goes through the chiral GC testing and sometimes, if needed, the isotope carbon-14. If it passes all of these testings, then it gets shipped to doTERRA, and it goes through a second round of testing that is carried out at doTERRA's Utah production facility to ensure that what was distilled and tested at the third-party testing is now the same essential oil that was now received. So doTERRA then, in secondary validation, goes through organoleptic, the microbial testing, the FTIR, and they test here for heavy metals and pesticides. After that, the essential oils are bottled and labeled, and then a third review of the chemistry of the oil is conducted in a 3-phase procedure as the oils are packaged into bottles that we use as consumers. So that final validation before bottling is again the organoleptic, the microbial, the FTIR scan, and then safety studies. So, stability studies. So you can see that each of these tests confirms that the essential oil is free of contaminants like pesticides and heavy metals, as well as unexpected adulterations like synthetic fillers during any phase of the production.
That's just really cool.
Yes, I know. We're going to go on, but I think we have to start to take that in, that amount of testing. And we've just heard a lot of stories within the industry of how there's so many companies that have the highest and the most wonderful intentions, but it's out of their hands sometimes what happens in between growing, distilling, and production between middlemen. And so if you don't have this level of testing going on, you can be fooled even from your distillers themselves or your producers.
Exactly. And one thing to take note of is that the FDA does not regulate the essential oil industry. And so what that means is that any company can put anything in a bottle and it can say anything on it. So one question that comes up a lot is the organic labeling. And essentially organic does not really mean anything in the essential oil industry. And so the CPTG labeling is a higher standard than organic. And we really like to point that out for people. And also, again, companies might have great intentions, but if they don't have the money and the resources to invest in the actual science, you really don't know what's in that bottle. When you put an essential oil on your skin, it's going right into your bloodstream. So you want to be absolutely sure that what you're using is absolutely pure and then also is therapeutic.
Yes, thank you, Aisha. CPTG is most definitely a much higher grade than organic. I just want to reiterate that organic is only telling you how the herb, the original herb or source, was grown. But there is a large amount, it can be up from 10 to 20% that is allowed into organic labeling of synthetic fillers and still to call that oil organic. So there can be a huge amount of synthetic additives and fillers. And what is most basically pointed out is in that very first third-party testing in that gas chromatography and mass spectrometry and the chirality testing, that'll pick up right off the bat whether there are any, and the second one with the pesticides, if something is not grown organically, it just won't even pass.
Yeah.
So it's the proof is in the pudding right there.
And we are so lucky to have the expertise and the resource of Dr. Robert Pappas, because he really is the leading expert. He runs all the oils through his lab and tests everything, again, as Josie said, before they come to doTERRA. So doTERRA is 1000% committed to providing you the purest oil as well as the most therapeutically potent. And as we pointed out in the earlier slide, that starts with the growing source of the oil. Where an essential oil is grown, like a fine wine, is going to impact the quality of that plant material. I like to give the example that lavender that's growing in our backyard in Portland is not going to be medicinally the same profile as the lavender that's growing in the high altitudes of France.
Correct.
And so bringing all of these components together is really key. Now, another thing, and this is really just so special and close to my own heart, is that the essential oil industry is kind of a dirty market, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of essential oils are grown by people in third world countries. They are then sold to a broker. The broker exploits the growers, hikes up the price, and sells it to the distributors. So many of the essential oils that you're purchasing, regardless of who's labeling them, are actually coming from the same source.
Yes.
doTERRA has decided to remove the middleman and have exclusive contracts with the growers. This is a huge differentiator for doTERRA, and this is our co-impact sourcing initiative. It combines how we source the botanicals we use to extract our essential oils from and the humanitarian relief that we provide along the way. So we want to share a little bit more about this. Through our co-impact sourcing initiative, we are able to partner with our Healing Hands Foundation, which is our nonprofit foundation, to help the growers, the communities in times of needs and suffering. Ultimately, we want to help them end the cycle of poverty by becoming self-sufficient and give them dignity and hope for the future. So let me talk a little bit more about this. A great example is our vetiver comes from Haiti. And the villagers that harvest and grow the vetiver have had to walk for 2 hours a day to source their water. And so doTERRA went in with the Healing Hands Foundation and built them a water line. So they have water in their village. What I really love about what doTERRA does is they look at the needs of each location, whether they need a school, a hospital, a water line, immediate emergency relief. They will go in and provide what is needed. Another story I love to share is our frankincense growers. Money, currency, has no meaning in these villages where they wild harvest and wild craft the frankincense. So doTERRA goes in with truckloads of grain and housing supplies and goats. And they supply them with what is needed for them. So I love that they take and spend that time and attention to really help the communities. And by having these direct relationships with the growers, that means that we have essential oils that are exclusive to us, that you are not going to be able to find with any other company.
And really with the co-impact sourcing, it's combining the efforts of the Healing Hands Foundation for bringing in medical supplies and schools and water lines and things like that, actually with the initiative of what the workers need for fair trade and fair pay. So that what Aisha talked about with removing the middleman, doTERRA is committed to helping the workers create cooperatives and source their needs in terms of how they can best be paid and live in a sustainable fair trade way. And so this is just the wonderful way in which their foundation is overlapping with the philosophy of CPTG, and co-impact sourcing is all of that coming together. So the doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation is doTERRA's international registered 501c3 nonprofit organization that is committed to improving lives through partnering with organizations that offer hope to millions around the world. The Healing Hands seek to bring healing and hope to the world for lives free of disease and poverty, and to ultimately empower impoverished communities with the tools needed to become self-reliant. doTERRA provides all overhead and administrative costs to the Healing Hands Foundation, so that ensures that 100% of all donations goes directly to those receiving aid. So that's a very important thing to always ask with a foundation, is how much is actually going to the aid, and if the overhead and administrative costs are being covered.
Absolutely, because so much money gets eaten up in administrative costs and actually does not make it to the people in need. And so I love that this is 100%. And when you're doing your orders in your back office, there's a little spot where if you just simply donate $1 a month, like really, what is $1 to us these days? If everybody in doTERRA donated $1 a month, then every single month we could put in a new hospital, a new school, whatever is needed in a different village. Imagine the impact that that can have. We're going to share with you, just last year, we raised over $1 million through the Healing Hands, which is very impressive. But with the rise of wellness advocates, we want to invite you to even raise that number higher. So when you're doing your orders, again, give $1, give $10, whatever you can do, but this can make such a huge difference. And there's also in your back office an area that you can purchase the Rose Healing Hands lotion. There's a couple of Healing Hands products that also 100% donations go to the Healing Hands. And we just like to spend some time with that because I love this business model.
Yes.
I love that everybody is benefiting, everybody is winning, from the growers to who's using the oils to people that are involved in the business. doTERRA is just such a beautiful business model that I hope other companies will begin to model, and I feel so proud to be part of this company for that reason.
I mean, what's interesting is the net result is that there are growers and cooperatives and distributors around the world who are lining up asking to work with doTERRA. And so the exclusive agreements and contracts that doTERRA gives are now becoming world-renowned and known with the different communities, and it's the best possible trade, fair trade, and work that any of them have had. So we love it.
We love it.
We love
it. I still, every time I talk about it, I get a little teary-eyed. It just wells up in my heart, especially because I have done some humanitarian work. I spent time in Haiti. I was there shortly after the earthquake, and to see firsthand how these people are living is just, it's not okay, and it's heartbreaking. So again, to know that we can have an impact and make a difference just makes me feel better. I'm glad that I can be a part of that. So moving on to wellness applications, the most familiar use of essential oils is the aromatic use in aromatherapy. That's a common word. We've all heard about aromatherapy, but many essential oils may also be used topically, and some essential oils may safely be used internally for targeted wellness benefits. And we want to break this down a little bit more and go over the different ways of use. Aromatic use is a powerful way to use them. You can see the little diffuser on the slide. Having one of these in your home is a very powerful and impactful way that you can affect the whole family with the essential oils. When you breathe essential oils in, they go right into the limbic system and they affect the mood. So if there's a lot of stress in the home, if there's a lot of anxiety, you can calm that. On the other side of that, if there's a lot of low energy in the home, or you go into those darker winter months and you need to uplift the mood, you can use an oil like a citrus oil or something more uplifting to uplift the mood. If someone is not feeling well in the home, you can also diffuse a blend like On Guard or Breathe that we have up there, and that will help other people in the household from contracting whatever might be circulating around in the household. I also like to put a few drops of oil in my furnace filter to clean out the circulatory system in the house, especially when we're going into those fall months and you're starting to turn the heat on again. We have this bottle of Breathe on the screen. Breathe is a wonderful blend to nourish the lungs and the sinuses. So as we go into this fall season, this is a great blend to have on hand. You can diffuse it at night for healthy and restful breathing, or you can apply 2 to 3 drops on the chest and the bottoms of the feet as needed for seasonal respiratory discomfort. We also just came out with a Breathe stick. We don't have it on the slide here, but it's it's in a coconut base, and you can apply it to the lungs, kind of like a Vicks Vapor Rub, and use that to help open up the lungs. Okay, so let's go over topical use. Topical use is also a very effective way to use the essential oils. When you're put them on the skin, you can use them for targeted benefit. For instance, if you have sore muscles or aches and discomfort from working out or just the daily activity in life, you can put a little essential oil directly on that area for relief. They're also fantastic for your skin. Applying them to different areas, again, the troubled areas. If you are sensitive or if you're using them on a child, we recommend diluting the essential oils and or applying them to the bottoms of the feet. When you apply them to the bottom of the feet, they soak right up into the circulatory system. They work very fast, so it's a great way to use them. And we say it is safe to use these oils neat, which means you can use them straight out of the bottle. But again, if you're using a hotter oil or you're using them on a small child or somebody that's very sensitive, then you can dilute them down with a carrier oil, such as a coconut oil. We have a fractionated coconut oil that we recommend. If you don't have anything at home, you could even use an olive oil or a sesame oil. This blend that we have on the screen, Deep Blue, is a fantastic blend to nourish muscles and joints. It's a great one to apply before and after exercise. Again, you can use it for tired and aching joints or use for a deep tissue massage. And then lastly, internally, we follow the French medicinal model of essential oil use. And I love taking the essential oils. I have personally received so many benefits from taking them internally. And I'm going to go over the different ways that you can do that. First of all, you can add some to water. We like to say always drink out of glass and not plastic, so you don't leach those petrochemicals out of the plastic. So always put them in water. My favorite way, though, is just to put them straight under my tongue. When you put them under your tongue, they go right into your bloodstream. However, oregano and some of the really hot oils, I don't love to put on my tongue. It's very hot. So then you can put those in a gel cap. You can get empty gel caps at your health food store. You can put 2 or 3 drops of oil in them, and then you can swallow them and take them that way. When you want to take them internally, you're going to take them, this is going to nourish the whole body, and it's going to really support the digestive system, and it's going to support your detox pathways. Is there anything else you want to add about internal use, Dr. Josie?
No, I love what it says there, nourishing the whole body, including the digestive tract, mouth, throat, liver, and urogenital tract. So that's your bladder and your kidneys, and having any type of, irritations there. And it's targeted effect in that way. So you'd want to take it internally when you have more of an organ and digestive issue going on versus when you are taking them, breathing them, they're more affecting your brain. They're going right in through the blood-brain barrier to your brain. When you're working topically, they're absorbing right into your bloodstream. So then they have kind of that access to all over your body, general. And the same thing with topically. Like we like to do a lot of oils as a routine with daily wellness, applying them to the bottoms of our feet, which are actually the largest pores in the body. And that's a wonderful way to have whole body support because they're absorbing directly into that bloodstream. Within 30 seconds, they have access to literally every cell in our bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so powerful. We have lemon here on the screen. Our lemon is sourced from Italy. It's so lovely. I love the citrus oils. It helps break down petrochemicals in the body, which is a wonderful daily cleaner that we all need.
Mm-hmm.
So a few drops of citrus oil is so powerful. It also can soothe an irritated throat, and you can dilute it in a spray bottle and use it to clean your home. And the essential oils are just, they're so multi-purpose.
I mean, lemon
I
is
have them in my
incredible
kitchen,
for home
in my
cleaning, yes.
bathroom. I have oils I take everywhere in my car. I reflect on this every day, how I'm so grateful that we have these products. I don't leave the house without my little carrier bag of my 10 oils. And some days I just think, I'm not sure how I would make it through the day if I didn't have my essential oils. I've been working really hard, and I woke up this morning and I was, exhausted and had a lot of things to do. And the first thing I do is brush my teeth with the On Guard toothpaste, have a few drops of Slim & Sassy under my tongue, and I feel good as new. I mean, It's really incredible how...
I know, I have my routine with all of the oils, and if I miss that, I feel kind of naked and I mean, it's just, it's such a difference too in the mood and my
really
support.
Is. They can really change your state of being like so quickly. Like it's just mind blowing sometimes how quickly they can make that transition.
So here we have our fun hydration formula, really wanting to encourage people as you work with the essential oils, both topically and internally, you definitely want to be making sure that you are hydrating yourself well. You want to be moving through because these oils do help upregulate, increase our body's ability to detoxify with the liver. And so you want to be supporting that flushing system with a good amount, correct amount of water. So we say here that you want to be doing, do we say this? Oh, no, but basically you take your body weight and you divide it in half. That's how much you should be drinking in ounces of water. And I roughly say about a 24-ounce water bottle, you should fill that up about 3 times a day. And each time you fill that up, to do about 2 to 4 drops of your favorite citrus oil. And there you go. And just make sure that it's glass or stainless or ceramic, not plastic, because you don't want to add to your petrochemical load.
And my favorite way, so I shared how I brush my teeth with the On Guard.
Yes.
I take my Slim & Sassy, and then I get myself a tall glass of hot water. I put a little fresh lemon in it, and then I put a few drops of frankincense. And right now I'm loving the grapefruit. Put a few drops of grapefruit. If I want a little more spice to it, I'll add just a drop of ginger, and then I put a little spot of honey. And that's the drink that I like to have to just clear out my system, get the hydration going before I have my breakfast. And I sip on that while I'm then, taking my shower and getting dressed and starting to get ready for my day.
It's your essential oil hot toddy.
It totally is my essential wellness hot toddy. And I'll give you another tip. When I go to restaurants, I order a glass of hot water and lemon and honey, and then I'll make that for myself when I'm out to dinner with friends. And I'll just have that throughout the day. It's just so wonderful in the winter, and it's yummy, and you can play with different oils depending on your mood. So just my little tip there for you. So frankincense. Oh, we love frankincense. We call frankincense the king of oils. If you're new and you do not know where to turn, this is always a good starting point. This
is an oil we both, Aisha and I both, take daily under our tongues to help support our brain. You
might need lots of support.
We need lots of brain support. So you might be asking, with what? And I would say with something like that nagging brain fog, or that thing I call, honey, where did I leave my keys? Right? If that's familiar to you, supporting your brain function with, I just do 1 to 2 drops of frankincense right there, sublingual, under my tongue, in the morning and in the evening before bed. It's wonderful to help support your mood and promote overall healthy cellular function all over the body. Frankincense is also known, in the old times, it goes for skin being so incredible. So we have it in our Immortelle and some of our skin formulations to help really almost with anything skin. It's incredible, especially aging. It's great for your periodontal and mouth. So and when you're doing it under the tongue, you're also helping to treat with the mouth. Anything else we love it for all over.
Yeah, it's
a healthy inflammatory response on every level.
Yeah, I use this oil in all the ways. I put it under my tongue, like Josie said. I use it on my skin. I love it in the diffuser. I love it with wild orange in the diffuser.
Yeah, frankincense and wild orange.
Fantastic blend. Last night, I was actually feeling a little run down, and I had a few drops of frankincense under my tongue. So you can use the oils if you start to feel yourself dip in energy. That's a great time to take them right there where your body is needing that little extra bit of support. It's really good for mood balancing. It's just that it's great for the brain. Like,
I'd wear it topically all the time. So my favorite place to support my mood and my brain function is to take a couple drops and I just rub the back of my neck. So I call that the highway up to the brain in terms of our blood flow. And so when you rub it here in the back of the neck, that's the best place topically to be supporting.
Absolutely. Another tip is you can put a drop on your thumb, and then you can take your thumb and put it into the roof of your mouth and hold it there for a few moments. And that's another access point into the brain. We get a little extra tips here today.
I know.
Okay, next oil, Slim and Sassy. Well, I have to admit that I am so passionate about doTERRA because of this oil. This oil really was a game changer for me, and I don't say this lightly. This oil really changed my life. I take it daily, and although it is promoted for weight loss, I want to give you just a little bit of a different slant on this oil. I recommend everyone try it as a daily tonic. Slim and Sassy promotes a healthy metabolism. It helps manage hunger cravings. It calms your stomach and lifts your mood. And I find this oil especially helpful for promoting a natural energy boost. So like I was saying earlier, I don't drink coffee. I'm really not a morning person. So when I wake up, a few drops of this really helps lift my mood, clears my brain, and it really gets me going. And it's just, I just find so many people that take it just really feel that natural burst of energy, and you can really feel it working in your body. So,
I call it the essential oil blend because what's in it is cinnamon, peppermint, ginger, grapefruit, and lemon. It's so essential.
Yeah.
And I love it. Definitely boosts my metabolism. I take it before exercise to help me with that and maximizing those benefits. And I tend to get shaky. I'll do too much, get too busy, multitask, and I'll forget to eat. And so I'll get into that place where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungry and shaky, and I won't be near good food. And of course, you want to try and not have this happen. But if this happens to you, Slim and Sassy can really help you if you take a couple drops under the tongue to come out of that shaky zone and get yourself to some good nutrition and good food.
Yeah.
And I also do that preventatively. I do about 2 to 3 drops 2 to 3 times a day preventatively. And I find that when I'm consistent with that, I don't have those dips in getting
Right.
shaky and not,
Yes.
and I'm actually much better with my blood sugar regulation.
Yeah, and this oil helped me tremendously balance my sleep cycle. So you might not think of it for that, and it's not an oil you want to take real late at night unless you're going out and you need that energy boost. But it really helped balance my sleep cycle because it helped balance my metabolism. And so let's talk about dosing of Slim and Sassy. And I also want to talk about it if you want to just take it for the daily tonic, and it is one that we really recommend giving a try, and or if you want to take the full weight loss dose. So we recommend that you start with just like 1 to 3 drops in the beginning. If you're brand new, start with 1 drop, and you can either put that under your tongue in a glass of water and drink it. If you don't like the taste, we have a gel cap that is going to actually have 5 drops in it. You could also rub it on the bottoms of your feet. So we'd like you to try that 1 drop and see how it feels. If you notice the effects from it, then you can just, keep it really light. If you notice nothing, then try 3 drops. And then you can work it up to those full 5 drops. Now, when using the essential oils, everybody's sensitivity level is different. And we talked about how powerful they are, how potent they are. So find that balance that's right for you and trust that. So again, start with a couple drops and then move up. And then you can move yourself up to, like I take about 5 drops 3 times a day. If you want to use it for the weight loss effect, then I would work up to the 5 drops 5 times a day. But again, take your time to work up to that dose and see how that feels. It's a very effective oil. And this question comes up a lot too about how about if somebody doesn't need to lose weight? Is it okay if they still take it? And the beautiful thing is that oils are designed by nature to bring us into a place of homeostasis and to balance. We're all going to need something a little bit different from the oils. So they're not going to cause your body to release a lot of weight if you don't need to. And oftentimes that weight is actually extra inflammation, right? So they're going to actually help heal the body of that and help bring that back into balance.
All right. We love Slim and Sassy, but we love On Guard just as much.
Mm-hmm. And this is an oil for the season along with the Breeze.
For the season, there you go. So doTERRA On Guard is the protection blend. It's a blend of cinnamon, clove, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And this is your all-around protection blend against every and all kind of environmental and seasonal threat that you could come across. So it's another oil that is great for the whole family to use daily for immune support and staying healthy. The key benefits of On Guard are its effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. It supports the body's antioxidant defenses, also healthy respiratory function, and it's a great oil to use in your home, in your office, in your child's classroom for naturally purifying or cleansing the air. So we use this always. We diffuse it for purifying the air. We use it topically. I teach daily on the bottoms of the feet. Start the day with that sense, and I'm going to talk about how amazing that is to start the day with just that topical application. We also then use it some people put it in the water. We have some gel caps. We have starting the day after you brush your teeth with just 1 drop of On Guard. These are all ways that people use it.
My husband uses it as mouthwash.
Mouthwash.
He got rid of the mouthwash and he puts a drop in water and uses it.
And we make a natural hand sanitizer as well. You can literally just do a little spritzer with water and some On Guard. So let's go to the next slide, because I'm going to break this down a little bit about why this is so powerful. So the On Guard blend has those 5 oils, one of which is clove. Clove is known to be nature's most powerful antioxidant. So there's this thing in science called the ORAC scale. It's how scientists measure the antioxidant capacity of substances. And we hear about blueberries and raspberries and all the reds and the blues being such great antioxidants. But actually, when you look on the scale, blueberries are around 2,500. I think cranberries are around the same, 3,000. Carrots are around 200 on that ORAC scale. Clove essential oil is over 1 million.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. It is the single most highest thing that is ever measured on the ORAC scale. So when you bring this down into your daily life and daily wellness, let's look at what 1 drop of clove essential oil has the antioxidant ORAC equivalents to. 1 pound of carrots, 2 pints of blueberries, or 2 cups of freshly squeezed beet juice. That's 1 drop. So when I propose as part of your daily wellness regime, we say to go like about 2 or 2 to 3 drops in the palm of one hand and rub it on the sole of one foot, and then 2 to 3 drops in the other and rub it on the sole of the other foot before you put your shoes on for yourself and your children, before you go out into your day. You have just effectively, because that's 1 drop of clove, but then you've also gotten 1 drop of cinnamon, which is about 500,000 on the ORAC scale, and then rosemary and eucalyptus are around 300,000. So you've just gotten basically a huge antioxidant equivalent of this huge juice that would be carrot, beet, and blueberry.
That's a big juice to drink every day.
It's a big juice, and we love juicing, and I really advocate it, but I know that people sometimes can't get that in.
Yeah.
So this is
1 pound of carrots is a lot of carrots every day.
The huge immune support that you get from that, and the cost effectiveness, right? About 10 to 20 cents.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you start to see how this is beautiful plant medicine for the people. That's what I think of.
Yes. And we also like to point out all of the other On Guard products. As you'll see on the screen, there is a fantastic laundry detergent. There's a concentrated home cleaner. You've already heard us talk about the toothpaste. We love the toothpaste. It's so good. You've got to try it. Kids love it too. There's a foaming hand wash. And I really like to point out, Josie touched on this, but just to say it again, how effective it can be for a hand sanitizer.
Yes.
You can make your own blend of a hand sanitizer, or you can just simply take some oil out of the bottle, put it on your hands, rub your hands together. It goes right into your bloodstream. It doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't leave a film on your hands. And this is a very effective way to support your immune system. Hand sanitizers actually break down your immune system.
They break it down. They have toxins. They have carcinogens.
Mm-hmm.
They are really unhealthy.
Yeah, exactly. So
we won't name names, but you know what they are. Okay.
Yeah. We also want to make sure, too, to point out this must-have for every home, the On Guard Plus. This blend has an extra boost of black pepper, oregano. Remember, we talked about oregano at the beginning of the presentation, and Melissa. And this should be taken when someone sneezes in your face.
Yeah.
I actually had that happen. My little niece, I love her so much. She gave me a full-on snotty kid sneeze in my face. And I immediately
you know that, like, you know that you've been exposed. Or you start to feel those signs of, like, that you've, sometimes it happens on the airplane or just out and about in the busy things, and then you start to feel that sign of being run down, a little tickle in the throat, low energy, little headache. You're like, oh no. This is when you want to
you want to beef it up with the On Guard Plus. So it's just going to give your body that extra boost, that extra power to help restore you back to balance. And a key too, when you start to feel run down, is if you up the frequency of your dosing of essential oils, it will help boot things out of your system.
Yes.
So
when you're fighting something off, your metabolism increases, and for a short window of time, it is good, it's efficacious even to do more. So doing more than just a normal regime to try and fight off something. So that's what we would recommend.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is doTERRA's wellness pyramid, and we really want to show that doTERRA is more than just an essential oil company, and that we are focused as a wellness company dedicated to providing the highest quality and purest products. doTERRA really recognizes the importance of developing a lifestyle of wellness that requires the implementation of healthy habits in two main areas, lifestyle and healthcare. So you see the proactive medical care and then the informed self-care, the purple rectangle. That's really where in the informed self-care that we relegate the idea of protocols and working with the essential oils in that idea of proactive informed self-care. Now we want to then look at the lifestyle. So that combined with proper nutrition, exercise, rest, proper management of stress, and reduction of toxic load, all of that together comprises a lifestyle that allows for maximum health. So each aspect builds on the other. And if any one is left out, there's going to be a compromise occurring. I like to also point out that the essential oils really are represented in specific targeted effects there in the informed self-care, but I use them in every aspect of my pyramid. Mm-hmm. So I use them in my water and in my cooking, in what I eat. I work with them. I put on oils. I take some in sassy, in my mouth before I exercise. I also put on oils that help support my muscles. I love to use past tense and aroma touch blend. All the oils working to help me with managing stress and the diffusing. And then again, all the oils work in many ways to help reduce toxic loads. So we wanted to put this in here to start to introduce this idea with the wellness pyramid, and then this idea that the essential oils alone is not enough. It is not the full story of how we can fully care for ourselves. And there's been something that's been happening with our nutrition and our food, and we really need to be supporting ourselves with our nutrition. Unfortunately, we've been breeding the nutrition out of our food for thousands of years. According to this New York Times article, we've been stripping away phytonutrients from our diet since we stopped foraging for wild plants some 10,000 years ago and became farmers. A critical element in our health and wellness is maintaining proper cellular nutrition. And it has become increasingly more difficult to receive the nutrition we require. We have come to an era that where we all need to truly supplement our diets with proper phytonutrient and mineral support. The baseline of most illnesses begin with two things: lack of cellular nutrition and too much cellular toxicity.
I just want to add too that long-term lack of phytonutrients in our system can actually have quite an impact on our health.
Yes.
And so even when we think we might be eating well, we eat organic, we do our best, unfortunately, our food supply chain has been really compromised.
Yes. So doTERRA offers a truly remarkable trio pack of supplemental nutrition in what is called their Lifelong Vitality Pack. And I have to admit, I was skeptical at first, being a naturopath, in which I consider myself somewhat of an expert in vitamins and supplements. And that this was an essential oil company. It wasn't necessarily a supplemental company. It was only finally at Aisha's request that I examined the formulation.
And there were many requests.
Yes,
I had to chase her around for a while.
And after I actually finally did, I was very impressed with the specifics of all of their 3 formulations in the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I then trialed it on myself with some patients, and I also then began starting to hear anecdote after anecdote of many people I knew who had been on supplemental regimes that I very much respected from doctor-only lines that naturopaths use. And they were receiving dramatically increased benefits after switching to the LLV. These were mostly decreased pain and inflammation and increased energy. I have since become a huge champion of this trio pack for its cutting-edge formulations, for its remarkably affordable price to the consumer, and for how easy and simple it is for people to take and to keep taking in a daily regime. So the Lifelong Vitality products are packed with essential nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, whole food extracts, antioxidants, fatty acids, and essential oils that are vital and must be consumed in adequate levels. These products are specifically designed to supplement the typical adult diet and correct deficiencies. Combined with a healthy diet, these products provide a sound foundation that supports both the structures and healthy functions of the body. Again, I want to reiterate this. It is through the nourishment of the body that we will be able to perform at our best. Nutrients such as those in the vitamin and mineral VMZ Microplex supply the body with the resources to produce energy. This product is meant to supplement our already organic and our good diets. So did you hear me? It's meant to supplement our already organic and good diets that are nonetheless still nutrient deficient these days, with these missing nutrients and resources. The Alpha CRS is full of superb antioxidant resources, as well as being supportive of optimal liver function. And the XE Omega is a high quality source omega-3, 6, and 9 necessary for the body to mitigate the inflammatory response. The Lifelong Vitality Trio is truly the perfect way to nourish and fortify the body's own defense mechanisms.
Yeah, I love these supplements.
So it gets even better because doTERRA has created this personalized wellness program that allows each person to customize the supplements to what they need. So you can start with the trio pack, or they have a daily nutrient pack, which is just 2, which is the vitamin and mineral and the omega oils. And then they have a range of the supplements that you can add on for a much, much reduced cost that they are subsidizing. And I'm just going to highlight here a couple of them. They have an incredible digestive enzyme called Terrazyme, a very effective probiotic called PB Assist, and something called the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. This is really for if you have deeper levels of oxidative stress, or you need to support your body's response to an inflammation or an occasional pain. Then I recommend considering adding the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex to the LLV or the Daily Nutrient Complex. But the idea is that the bundled of savings is that people can start to have truly the baseline of the nutrition that they need that is actually affordable. It's one of the biggest problems I see in alternative medicine and naturopathic care is people saying on an ongoing basis that all of these supplements it's just not doable to do out of pocket. And this is one of the reasons I find the doTERRA Wellness Advocate wholesale membership just outstanding for what it is able to offer people in terms of the cost savings.
Absolutely. And I want to point out too that they have a kids supplement line, and getting these phytonutrients and the omegas in your children is crucial for their brain development, just for everything, for their healthy cells, to have them have a good foundation. And I'm sometimes a little aghast at a lot of children's diets these days, and so to give them that extra supplementation is really crucial.
Yes, that liquid fish oil, it's not just for the kids.
No, it's not just for the kids.
It's remarkable
for all of
quality,
us.
and I take that additionally.
And the children's IQ Omega is odorless and tasteless, and it
is the best tasting liquid fish oil
wild orange
I have ever had.
So you can put it in a smoothie.
Oh my God. It doesn't even, I mean, this sounds
dressing.
Ridiculous. It doesn't make it to the smoothie.
Yeah, you just
I just have it on the teaspoon and I just take it. And even the most duty dudes who won't put up with like the weird stuff that I will eat, they've been like, oh, that's fine. I'll do that.
Yeah. And if some adults don't like to swallow pills, and they just take the children's supplements too. So they're just very diverse that way. And I love how doTERRA has created this custom program so you can really customize what your particular needs are. And such a deal. The Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, if you purchase that on its own, it's $55, whereas if you get it in this program, it's $20. And
Yes.
that product alone is amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, you can tell we're big fans. So we're gonna wrap it up. We just have a few more slides to share with you. We invite you all to start living doTERRA today. You won't regret it. I say with all seriousness and all sincerity how these oils have dramatically changed my life physically, mentally, spiritually, even financially. Who I am now to who I was when I was introduced to these products it's really quite dramatic, the difference. And I really see so many people's lives transform from using the oils, and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's empowering. There's such an effective way to take care of your family and provide a very affordable healthcare alternative. So let me share with you about our community. If you are not already part of our Essential Wellness family, we invite you to join us. We are committed to building a community centered around essential oil education, like you're here with us today, and we offer a lot of ongoing support. As you dive deeper into all the many ways doTERRA can support your family's wellness, we want to make sure that you have the tools and the resources you need. When you open a doTERRA wholesale membership, you'll receive immediate access to our Essential Wellness PDX Facebook support page. This is for members only. Plus, you'll get access to our online webinars. We have weekly calls. Today, Dr. Josie did a great call on oxidative stress. She is just constantly infusing us with her brilliance and lots of education. You can also learn how to get your oils for free, or if you're interested in earning a little extra income, or like both of us have, completely replacing your income, we have a step-by-step business training that we offer to you, again, with a lot of support. Again, like I said earlier, I just love being aligned with a company such as this. And I never imagined I would work in a network marketing company, but this company is really different. And it is a beautiful company to be a part of. And so even if you just want to get your oils for free, it's really simple, because when you start using them, you automatically start sharing them and start sharing those stories. And so, yeah, we just invite you to consider that and to join us in that arena. So let me share with you how to get started. To join us as a wellness advocate, there's a $35 fee to join. However, if you purchase any of the kits, that fee is totally waived and you're going to get additional savings. We recommend that you order your products through our loyalty rewards program. And to find out more about all that doTERRA has to offer, we invite you to talk to the person that introduced you to this webinar, or that invited you, or that has shared oils with you. If you do not have a contact, then we would love to support you. You can email us at essentialwellnesspdxx, please take note of the double X, @gmail.com, and we will get you set up. When you join doTERRA, it is similar to getting a membership at Costco. Again, you pay the $35 fee when you join as a wellness advocate. That gives you many benefits and privileges you wouldn't normally get if you just purchase at retail price. First, you immediately get access to our products at the wholesale price, which is about a 30% discount from retail. Second, you get access, again, to the world of training materials, product education, newsletters, etc. So it really is the very best way to join. We recommend you join with one of our wonderful kits, because again, that $35 fee is waived and you'll get the additional value over purchasing the products individually. So again, contact the person that invited you to this webinar or contact us. Again, essentialwellnesspdxx@gmail.com. We can help you select the very best kit option that makes sense for your needs. And we have a lot of different price points and selections to choose from. And we also have an amazing loyalty reward program. We highly recommend joining this program. It's an order that will ship every month. And when you do this, you are going to earn free product. You can actually earn up to 30% back in points from your monthly purchases. And this is by far the smartest way to earn from doTERRA. I actually just realized I have 900 points in my account, which basically means I have $900 of free oils that I get to order from this program. And I also want to share, I was a little shy in the beginning to commit to this monthly program, but if you commit to using these oils on a daily basis, we highly recommend giving the supplements a try. That is where you're really going to see a profound difference in your life. If you use them once in a while here and there, you're not really going to get the full impact. So we recommend trying it out, committing for a minimum of 3 months to the program so you can really see the difference that these products make.
Yes, I completely agree. And it's very easy to cancel. That's the other thing I always say.
Yeah.
It's a lovely customer service, the best I've ever seen. And it's one phone call. So people always want to know that. And so that's where I feel so comfortable saying, please try all this and give it a try with the nutrition plus the essential oils for working with whatever your health concerns are. The other aspect that I really like to point out is usually about after a year, that's when you get up to the 30%. And what that really means is that whenever I am ordering, I'm basically getting 60% off of retail.
That's amazing.
So, right. It starts off with 25% of wholesale. You get your shipping rewards. You get all of your shipping back, and then you get to 30%, and that equals about 60%. So that's really where that humongous cost savings comes in.
Plus, every month they offer a free product of the month.
Yes, and that too.
It's a great way to add product to your essential oils. I promise you, when you start using them, you're going to want them all. That's just what happens. First, you think, oh, what am I going to use these oils for? And then you start using them, you fall in love with them, and you realize you can't live without them, and you need all of them, right? Yes. Okay, so thank you so much. We, again, are here to answer any questions you may have. We'd love to support you, so please be in touch to get started today. Again, email us at essentialwellness@pdxx@gmail.com. You can find me, my website at aishaharley.me. And Josie, where can we find you?
drjosieschmidt.com.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
So have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you next month.
Bye-bye.